few weeks ago, I made a video about these filters. These are the NiSi Jetmag Pro filters, and I absolutely love this system for its ease of use, the use of magnets, the high quality, and the options that you can get for it. But one of the big comments that I saw in the comment section of that video is that people really wanted to see a VND version for this same system, which is incredibly difficult to do because with the magnetic system, you don't have hard stops at either end. You've got to get two pieces of glass that work against each other but are easy enough to move. So I didn't know how they were going to do that necessarily, and I was really interested to see if NiSi was up to the task. And I'm happy to announce that they have officially made it happen. We've got the VND here. It's a 1 to 5 stop, and I really love the way that they've done this. They've made it work with the same system. So in this video, I want to talk about what they've done, how it works, and why this is my favorite new VND that's going to go with me everywhere. So for a quick recap, in case you missed that last video, this is the regular filter. So this is just a 3-stop ND filter. It magnetizes to the base ring that I have here attached to my lens. And then there's a spot where it's locked in, so I can't actually pull it off. And the way that they do that is there's just a little bit of an overlap with the material on the base ring and the material on the back side of the filter itself. If you've got something like a CPL, it'll spin. So then how do we apply a VND to this where you need to have the two pieces of glass spinning? Let's switch it over. This is the VND. It goes on exactly the same way. So you've got these two little handles. You're gonna line them up so that they are not in line with the little white part so that you can put it on, and then you spin it into place, and now it's locked on there. Then there's this little pin. Now the pin is going to allow you to change between 1 and 5 stops. And it's really as simple as that. All that they've done is made it so that moving the VND itself is smoother, it's easier than the force of the actual magnetic pull. So it just works nice and smoothly. And it is so satisfying to use. Now, beyond being just easy to use and fun to fidget with and really satisfying, NiSi also makes really high quality glass, so you're getting a really pristine image coming out of this. I've been really happy with everything that I've done. This one is a true color VND, so you're not gonna get any crazy color shifts when you're filming with it, but that's not even the only thing that's great about this filter. So let's talk about some of the other things that make it kind of a step above some of the other VNDs that you may have used. So the big thing that makes a difference for me is the fact that this works with the same system as all of the other filters. A lot of magnetic systems are going to be either magnetic solid NDs or they're going to be some kind of VND system. And usually those companies will have two different methods to attach those to the lens. Whereas this one is the same base plate that I was using for the NDs, for my mist filter, for my CPL, that kind of stuff. And then I just take my VND and I slap it on there and it works exactly the same. I'm really happy that they managed to make it work with the same system. So I don't have to have two different things, one for VNDs and one for my solid filter systems. I can have the same base ring on all of my lenses and just choose what's right for the situation. On top of that, as I mentioned, the whole thing does have to be able to move so that you can spin it in and out of the position of being locked. But the thing that kind of accidentally did is made it so that you've actually got a VND and a CPL at the same time. Because of the way that VNDs work with two polarizing filters turning against each other to get the actual variable neutral density, you get a little bit of polarization in that process. But if your whole filter, both of those pieces of glass can spin together, you can dial in how much polarization you want in your image if you want. So the way that this would work is that you're going to put it on, you're going to dial in how much VND you want, so where do you want your exposure to be, and then with the back element, so you can see the two different plates, with the back one you're going to then twist it to decide how much CPL or how much polarization you want to, cut down the reflections or to make the sky look a little bit deeper and that kind of stuff, and it really, really works well. Now, this isn't the only filter that does that by any means. We've been seeing a lot of VND/CPLs come out on the market lately, which is great in my opinion, because one of my biggest complaints with VNDs is the fact that it gives you a certain amount of polarization and you can't dial it in, or you couldn't anyway before those new filters started coming out. The ability to do that means that you can keep consistent between your shots. For example, if I'm at 1 stop of ND on my VND and I change it to 3 stops, I've now shifted how much polarization is happening in that filter. So my second shot is going to look slightly different than my first shot. By being able to spin the whole thing as well, you can kind of mitigate those issues with VNDs. This filter is about the width of 2 of the regular NiSi filters, so like the NDs or the CPL, and I've managed to get 3 of the solid filters on top of each other on a 16mm full frame lens and had no vignetting. So we can definitely still stack on top of this, and that's going to be important in a second. But really quickly first, the other thing is just how easy it comes off and on, which is both a pro and a con. So I love that it uses the magnets, it's super easy. And then like I said, when you line that up, now it's not going anywhere. It doesn't have a way to like lock into that position or anything. So if it's not lined up, it can get bumped off or whatever. But honestly, that's the same with any magnetic filter system other than the Polar Pro Helix mag locks, which lock into that place. But there's trade-offs there with how big and heavy they are and with the mechanisms. I really like this. I find that it's a great happy medium between smaller magnetic systems and the big kind of chunky Helix mag lock system from Polar Pro. But I mentioned earlier about the stacking, and that's really important. So you may have noticed that I only mentioned this one VND filter. So it's a 1-to-5 filter. A lot of the time when we see VND filters these days, we'll see something like a 2-to-5 and a 6-to-9, or a 1-to-5 and a 6-to-9, or something like that. This one is super easy because you can take that 1-to-5 and you can stack another ND filter on the front of it to make it into whatever you want. So right now it's 1-to-5, but if I take out that 3-stop filter that I had before and I slap it on there, now it's a 4-to-8 stop filter. Or if I put a 2 on there, it could just be a 3-to-7 stop filter. So I can really make whatever I want because it stacks the same way as it attaches. You just magnetize it on and then you locate the handles in front of each other, and now it's locked into place. You know that you've got a secure fit. You can still use the ND easily, and you can still spin it to get that polarizing effect. Now, if you wanted to go one more step on top of this, you could add a mist. You do want to be careful because, like I said, once you get past stacking 3, 2 for the VND and 1 for the extra ND on top of there, once you get past 3, you might start to see some vignetting at your wider focal lengths. I love the fact that it's all stackable and you can kind of make whatever you want out of it, but you still get the quick and easy setup of a VND. And like I said before, they've used true color glass, so the idea here is that we shouldn't see any color shift when we're using the VND versus when we're not. So if we take this off, and we even out our exposure here. Okay, so this is without the filter on it at all. And we'll put on the filter, and I'll try and make it so that it's not doing any polarization. So at 1 stop, even things out again. We'll move it up to 2 stops and try and get rid of the polarization again. So that's 2 stops. So that's 3 stops, 4 stops, no polarization, and 5 stops with no polarization. So we might see a little bit of a color shift just because there will be a certain amount of polarization, but the actual ND shouldn't be giving us too much color shift. You're gonna get that with any VND. It is physically impossible not to have some kind of polarization when you're using a VND. But my experience with this is that it has really, really high quality image. I have had no problems with sharpness or vignetting or anything like that. It's really, really nice. So the way that I would use this is that I would slap it on. I would find my amount of ND. So I'm gonna set my exposure, and then I'm gonna spin the back to dial in the polarization where I want it. And there we have it. Now we have a beautiful blue sky. We've got the right amount of ND on there, so we've got our exposure where we want it. Everything is looking great. And then if for whatever reason I wanted to take a photo and I really needed to get the VND off there quickly, it's as easy as that and I'm ready to go. So that's a quick look at the NiSi VND for their JetMag Pro system. As you could probably tell by the fact that I didn't really say anything negative about it, I love this thing. It is awesome and highly recommended from me. I would love to hear what you think about it, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave those down in the comments and I'll try my best to get to them and help you out any way that I can. There's a link down in the description if you want to check this out, if you think it might be good for your system, for your setup, and make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.